Okay, this is gonna be a video of these three computers right here and these video cards. And this is not a video card, but this is all in one lot I picked up for $30. Person I get some parts from, and he buys some parts from me, messaged me about a computer I had for sale, asking what video card it was in it, because I forgot to list the video card in it, and it was a system that had the that I did a video on, where I upgraded it from a 580, from an AMD 580 to an Nvidia 980 Ti. So I ended up putting in that listing, but that computer was already, sold, and I had the video linked in it, in the listing on Facebook. So the dude watched the video, he knew what video card was in it, and the woman. So that's kind of weird story. I'll get that into that later, but that system sold. That was a 6800, no, the 6800, the 1600X system with the 980 Ti that I recently upgraded after I fully built it. But here we go. This is a Think Center PC, missing the DVD-ROM, and he did say he didn't know if any of this worked or not. So it didn't have this cooler on it. This is a cooler that came off of the AMD motherboard that didn't work. It's supposed to work. So with this, the HP likes to do is the back plate behind the motherboard, right, that hooks this cooler in, is metal. And I always assumed it was Intel, but I never checked it. But that back plate has the screw holes that hook in to the back plate, because on these, the piece that holds and locks the CPU in is screwed into the back plate. So that is all one piece, instead of being one piece. And then that, like, if you go to replace this cooler, you really couldn't easily do it, because the back plate is actually screwed into the arm piece that opens, and you put your CPU and then relatch it. But this is fitting on there perfect. You can maybe see here, these are spring loaded, so it keeps it good and tight, and it is a 4-pin. So yeah, so that seems like it's gonna work. This is a 300-watt power supply from PowerMan 350, and I just flashed this other computer. Yeah, said it had like 8 gigs of RAM, but that's just would have been a kit of 2, so it has 4. It just has 4 gigs in it right now, because the kit would have been 8, so it would have had 2 4-gig sticks, but it just has the 1. No DVD-ROM. Let's try to move this. Looks like a brand new Case Air fan. It's not RGB. I do know that, unless it only has a 3-pin coming off of it. Yeah, slashed it again. So that's a pretty decent system. He said it works. I think he said he knows this works. If I'm remembering right, that's a system he had for sale that had a 580 in it, and I was going to trade him that OEM 580, because I couldn't get that 580 to work at first with that Dell motherboard, but then I got it to work. For some reason it was a legacy card, not UEFI. But yeah, and here is this. This is a Dell Optiplex 755. It says it has a Pentium in it, so it's a LGA 775 CPU, and it has, Vista. So then you look inside here. I did stick in an extra 2 sticks of RAM in here. I don't know if you can tell how dark it is, but it originally had just 2, so 2 1-gig sticks. I'm gonna retake these 2 back out, the ones that are in the slots where these tabs are white. Flipping y'all. Yeah, that's funny. Where these white ones, I'm gonna take these back out. But since it has Vista should be a 64-bit system, so I'm going to test it with the 2 gig sticks in it, but I want to have them on hand so I can re-put them in to see if it's going to show all 4 gigs. It does have a hard drive in it. We'll see later on what hard drive it has. And it is a SATA DVD-ROM, and obviously SATA hard drive. Nothing else to it really, and it does seem like they replaced this power supply because it's cleaner than the rest of the system. You can see right here, it is pretty dusty. So, and you know, depending on what CPU it has, I do have some Xeons, but I do have some Xeons for this, but I don't have the little sticker that reverses the 2 pins. So the next best CPU I have is an E7500. I believe these could take a newer CPU. And this is DDR2 memory. I don't know how new of a CPU you could have with DDR2 memory, but hopefully, you know, I don't think it's better than the, I don't know. If the E7500 is an upgrade, I'll try it in here and then go with Windows 10 and try to, you know, sell this off to at least make some kind of profit back out of the $30. It will be cheap. Yeah. So who knows? Has Vista on it? Maybe the drive's wiped. I don't know. But the guy I got it from said the people, I'm assuming, on this computer and this, because he said they wanted, if he could do data recovery, if he could put, not data recovery, but pull the pictures off of it, they would like them. If he couldn't, it's no big deal. So then you can see here's an old Gateway computer. It says it has a Pentium 4 running at 2 gigahertz, XP Pro 512. I'm assuming that's the RAM, DVD, CDRW, and then 80. So I'm assuming the 212 is the RAM, and then the hard drive is 80 gigs. So it has a DVD-ROM, CD-ROM, probably a writer, floppy, and then 2 USB ports. So I do have it unlatched already, because it'd be hard with one hand. This pulls here, kind of lets you take this off. So you just set this on this computer here. So as you can see here, it looks like it's all intact. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in here. So, and then it looks like 4 sticks of RAM, but it only has two sticks of RAM in it, and these are dummy sticks. It has nothing on it, but the, you know, they just go in here. I believe these have to be in here for it to run. As you can see, the CPU, everything in here was pretty bad. It was dusty, you know, spider webs, dusty spider webs, and a bunch of dead spiders in here. But it does have the hard drive in it. The 2 drives you can see on the outside, these are IDE drives. This is IDE, so this is going to probably be the 80 gig hard drive. Power supply's old. It, you know, all just Molex. And obviously, what is this plug in? So that's a cars. Okay. So everything looks to be intact on this. And yeah, this is the main system that I'm hoping works, because all this stuff I just bought for that little USB audio device card, you want to call it. So you can see here is all the expansion cards that it has in it, and all the PCI cards. It has sound card, you know, all this stuff, a video card. Only thing else is bad, I used to sell computers, older computers like this, and people bought them, or actually had me build, you know, older looking. They just it kind of says a sleeper build. They want me to put newer hardware in it, which this one it couldn't easily do without Dremeling, because this is custom cut just for this motherboard, and this is just a sticker. Even this has extra cutouts here, you know, because of this sticker, because this, I guess they had another revision of this board. You can see down here that there's two missing slots here for something to be, you know, soldered on here. But yeah, it just made cutout for this kind of board. And let's try to get this in here. So here is the model number. Is that gonna focus? I can't tell, but that's a model number there. Okay, it does need to be cleaned pretty good, so I'll clean it up. And all these, I'll do a separate video on each one of these, showing if it works or not. And here is the video cards. Well, here is a Tesla. It is a K20. I'm thinking this is a K20M. Okay, K20M. And now here, these two cards are the same. They're 280s, 1 gig cards. I have this one flipped over like this because that is a metal backplate on it, which is kind of nice. But yeah, this is the 280. You see, same exact thing. So you can see here's the ports on the back. It requires an 8-pin and a 6-pin. And then this one I slightly cleaned up. Right here, this card here I slightly cleaned up because it was kind of really dirty. But it requires a 6-pin, 2 6-pins. See that? 2 6-pins. And here is the ports for it. Cleaning it kind of messed the labels up, but I did write it right here. It is a 1 gig card, so I'm hoping this will work in that in that system there, and that power supply has enough power. That kind of got really bright, didn't it? So I'm hoping this video card will work in here with that power supply, and then it could be an older gaming machine, right? Like I do have an idea for this. I'm gonna maybe swap that out with the case that the 3900 XT was in. I keep saying 38, but it's 3900X. 3900X came out of. I'm gonna maybe swap that because that doesn't have a side panel. Swap the hardware out of that into that other case. That doesn't have a side panel either, but I did cut. It's like it's not really see-through, but it's a white plastic that came from an old TV. Then I have white LEDs that go on the inside of the case, and it makes that whole panel light up. It actually looks pretty cool. I was gonna try to do like what do you want to call it? Kind of like the glass you see at church. I can't even think of the name. My head's not thinking of it. The glass you see at churches that are all different colors. Man, I can think of it, but I can't like say it. The well, never mind. I can't think of what the word is right now, but you probably know what I mean. The glass that has all different, you know, like they do a picture out of glass, it's all different colors. I keep thinking it, and then the time I go to say it, I forget what it is. But I was going to do that, but the paint I have and the LEDs are not bright enough for it. It doesn't show through it. It looks really good with this white side panel that I cut out of plexi. Like, so you see. So yeah, there's nothing here. So right here it is. You can see this is just white. And it did come from an old TV. So with these were RGB, but the controller, I cut it down and sold it in a different build. So all it is hooked in through SATA, through USB. but on the having them on the inside of the case, kind of facing where you couldn't see to the lights directly, this hole lit up. So I might put that motherboard and stuff into that case. So that system will be in it. I don't know if that's true or not, but so far what I do know, if this works or not fully, I think I'm going to take this i5 2400 out and put it in the PC that I ordered off of shopgoodwill.com, and I ordered that for the purpose of the USB, but then after I ordered and paid for it, he said, yeah, I have this stuff, you know, like, so that's going to be the end of this video. I don't know, maybe let me know what you think. Keep with XP. I don't even know if any of these have an operating system on them or not. But if this has XP on it, should I keep XP? Should I try, you know, put Windows 98 on it? Because, you know, that's an older software. Maybe it worked better with what I'm trying to test, that little audio device. And obviously this has an audio card, so this audio card's probably better. You know, yeah, the audio card's probably better than the thing. It keeps looking pretty weird why it keeps doing that. So, yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. I will do a test on each separate computer, a video for each separate computer to see if these work. And then obviously, you know, if the Dell works and it has a slower CPU than what I have like 4 of the same CPU. That's the E7500. If the system works and boots up, I'll try it with the E7500 CPU. You know, if it's an upgrade, and upgrade a little bit. Since it has Vista, it should be a 64-bit system. That's why I wanted to try it with 4 gigs of RAM. But yeah, this is going to be the end of this video. Comment if you made it, you know, all the way this far. I don't know what my camera's doing. I can see the auto stuff keeps messing up pretty bad. I might need to clean the lens or the sensor or something. But tell me what you think I should do. Should I put 98 on this, or or whatever on the system, leave it at, if it has XP on it, maybe I should leave it with XP, because everything's already set up. It should be, all the drivers should be on here for all these cars. So I don't know, just leave a comment in the bottom and tell me what you think. This, like I said, this Tesla card, I seen a video, I can't say his dude's name 100%, Window, I think he called it Window. See, I can't even say his name right, but if you watch tech videos, you know who I'm talking about. He did a video of a Tesla car that was a newer one than this, but he shows you how you can actually use this as a gaming video card, but you need onboard graphics, and the 2 computers I have no onboard graphics that work. Only thing else is that I could test it in that and see if I can get this to actually game off of. Obviously that's going to be a little hard with 8-pin and 24-pin with just that power supply. But you know, if you think that's a good idea, comment. Yeah, you know, try it, see what happens. I have to pull the power supplies for something else, because that's definitely probably not going to run this. And then I don't know, maybe I see here that this looks like where you can hook in. This looks like the same layout as like a DVI. Maybe I could put a DVI, you know, take a DVI connector off of one of my bad cars and resolder it onto this one. See, look at that. It does look like one, right? And solder on here and maybe get a video out. I doubt it with a Tesla, but I guess it'd be worth trying or even looking up. But I'm gonna stop talking. This is so this is a 460 1 gig. This is a 280 1 gig. That's a 280 1 gig, and this is a Tesla K20. I'm assuming it's an M, 5 gigs of VRAM, And this is an old Gateway. This is a Dell Octaplex 755, and that's some Think Center with an i5 2400 and 4 gigs of RAM. No, that one didn't have a hard drive in it or DVD-ROM. So just leave in the bottom what you think. I gave a total of $30 for all these. This computer, that computer, that computer, and then the video cards and the Tesla cards. So yeah, leave in the bottom, in the comments below what you think I should do with these. Like, I'm definitely wanting to, like, these two over there, that one and that one's I'm gonna have for sale once I fully test them if they work, right? And this one I'll probably keep because, you know, I need something like this, especially with the video card in it and all the cards in it. Yeah. Thank you for watching. It's the end of this video.